I love all these movies so much that, you know, there's this thing called disc rot where like DVDs and Blu-rays after some time, they gather disc rot. So maybe I can, you know, maybe I can get like a 5-finger discount or something on these titles. But what else do we have here? Hi, I'm Liam Regan. I'm the writer and director of Troma's Eating Miss Campbell. I've been a Troma fan since, I don't know, about 11 years old in the UK. I used to watch movies late night on Bravo UK, and always wanted to make Troma movies. Like, that was like my goal in life. So I got on a plane in 2012 and I worked on the set of Return to Nukem High. I slept on the floor of an abandoned funeral home with like 200 people and 2 showers. Yeah, so like, you know, Troma, 50 years, there's so many underrated Troma classics. I mean, here's one you may not have heard of. The Toxic Avenger from 1983. Now this is an underrated Troma film. I mean, I don't know if many Troma fans even own it. I mean, I own it at least 10 times. But yeah, Troma, you may know for such films like Evil Clutch or I Was a Teenage TV Terrorist, or probably their, you know, biggest title, Big Gus What's the Fuss. But Toxic Avenger right here, oof, too many people slept on this, so I'd check it out. Out on Blu-ray and out on the glorious 4K Toxbox. So look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, Tromeo and Juliet. Now this is, it's not an underrated movie, but it is my favorite movie of all time. It was shot in 1995, came out in 96, written by James Gunn.
If a guy's coming at me with one of these things, why wouldn't I just hit him in the face?
Who you may know from Scooby-Doo or Guardians of the Galaxy. And he got paid $150 to write the script. But yeah, this one's also got a fucking awesome soundtrack. It's got like the Wesley Willis Fiasco on here and Motorhead and Sublime. And growing up in the 90s, you know, this is what kind of got me into alternative music. So Tromeo and Juliet by James Gunn and Lloyd Kaufman, fucking classic. Rockabilly Vampire. Now Rockabilly Vampire, this was shot on Super 16mm, and it also stars some people from Tromeo and Juliet, as Stephen Blackheart and Valentine Millier. This is a really cool, great rockabilly soundtrack. So if you like vampire, punk, and rockabilly, and Beatles, you're gonna love Rockabilly Vampire, which is available now at tromadirect.com. Okay, this one's fantastic. So this is a Nymphoid Barbarian in Dinosaur Hell, probably one of the greatest titles in Troma's back catalogue. It's directed by Brett Piper, and what's cool about this movie is the stop motion animation is so good. So good, in fact, that they hired him to do the stop motion animation on Class Nuclear Highs Part 2 and 3. And what's also really cool about A Nymphoid Barbarian in Dinosaur Hell is the audio commentary from Brett Piper, where he basically rips on his own film for a good 90 minutes. So the movie's great, but the audio commentary, it complements, you know, it's kind of like a fine wine. It's a dining experience. So A Nymphoid Barbarian, pick that up right now from tromadirect.com. Let's have a look here. Oh, okay, so this is one of my personal favorites. Fighty Drives the Bus. This movie, I can't even really give you the synopsis. Satan drives the bus, and you know, and he wants to bring everyone down to hell. There's Jesus Christ in it. It's made by like, I think, a Canadian comedy troupe. I think it came out in like 1998, 1997, so it has that late 90s vibe to it. But yeah, I can't recommend Fighty Drives the Bus enough. In fact, not many people talk about Fighty Drives the Bus. However, I do know it is international Troma superstar Zach Amico's favorite Troma movie too. So at least that's 2 people that have seen Fighty Drives the Bus. And if you've not seen it, tromadirect.com, people. Here. Combat Shock is an amazing movie, you know, but I think a lot of people have seen this, but I will say Combat Shock, directed by Buddy Giovanazzi, shot on Super 16mm, it looks beautiful, and the audio commentary also has Buddy Giovanazzi and Jorg Buttergeit, who did Necromantic. They're both on the audio commentary for this, and yeah, if you want to see what it's like to like make a underground movie in New York in the 80s, this is the one. The Combat Shock is fantastic. Blondes Have More Guns. Yes, Blondes Have More Guns. This came out in like 96, 97. It's a George Merriweather comedy. It's like Basic Instinct and Naked Gun. And what's cool about this one, it has a score by Oscar winner Joe Renzetti, who did the music for Child's Play, Frankenhooker, Basket Case 2 and 3, and Troma's Eating Miss Campbell. But he also did, this was his first Troma movie, Blondes Have More Guns. So there we go, we have an Oscar winner composer scoring 2 movies for Troma, and one of them is Blondes Have More Guns, and the other is the one I made, which you can get now from refusefilms.com, and soon tromadirect.com. But I think with physical media, I love when you go to someone's house and you can, you look at their shelf and you're like, okay, there's Teenage Catgirls in Heath. There's a Nymphoid Barbarian in Dinosaur Hell. There's Star Worms 2 Attack of the Pleasure Pods. And you're like, yeah, this is my kind of person. This person's got taste, So the first ever Troma film I ever saw was the Toxic Avenger Part 2. So I knew of Toxie from Toxic Crusaders cartoon show, which were always on TV in England. Blockbuster Video, I know in America Blockbuster Video kind of blacklisted Troma, but in the UK they're kind of like independently owned. So my mum bought me an ex-rental of Toxic Avenger Part 2. It was like in a VHS bargain bin, only cost like £2.99, which is like, what, $4 or $5? And I was like 11 years old. I took it home and I saw like the maniacal violence, the slapstick comedy. It was like a live-action Looney Tunes movie. It just completely blew me away. And when I saw the over-top violence and just the soundtrack, the direction, everything here, I've never looked back. So ever since Toxic Avenger Part 2, I've been 110% traumatized, and I still am today, as you can see. I flew from the UK to be here at Tromaville because, these are my kind of people. There's no one at home that really knows about Troma. I'm the one who's always spreading the gospel, so it's nice to, be here with family in the Troma closet.
That's how you fucking end it.